Wow, November was crazy busy. I read 9 books and let's have a chat about them. What's up guys, welcome back to Unlimited Reads. My name is Chris and today I'll be doing my November wrap up including my book of the month, so make sure you stick around for that. So it was a really busy month. I read 9 books in all. 4 of those were part of the most awesome reading project put on by the Bookish Brides. If you haven't seen their channel, please take a look. They do really good content, and the project involved a group of co-hosts coming together and reading science fiction for the month of November of any works under 250 pages or less, and there were different themes involved as well. And what we did was we uploaded our videos and compared notes, and everyone had some great picks and did some great reviews on their videos. So the first book I read as part of the project was Slaughterhouse 5, which was the theme of terrestrial, any work of science fiction that takes place on Earth, and I did review that one on the channel. If you haven't watched that one yet, please do. I go into a bit of detail about the book and what I thought of it. And it was quite an eye-opener of a read, and it wasn't surprising as to why it's classed as a true classic. The second book I read as part of the project was Across a Billion Years by Robert Silverberg, which I really enjoyed that one. That was part of the theme of extraterrestrial, which involved a work of science fiction that is set in a place other than Earth on a different world, and had a really good time with that one and reviewed that one as well. The third book I read as part of the project was a really good one, I thought, and that was a group of stories by Ray Bradbury called The Illustrated Man, and this theme was about any work of science fiction that predates 1965, and all the stories in there were really well written. There was only a couple that didn't quite gel with me, weren't quite my cup of tea, but I did review that one as well, and there were certainly quite a few standout stories that I really enjoyed. And the fourth book I read as part of the project was I, Robot by Isaac Asimov, which included all the main robot stories, linked by a narrative throughout each story, which I found quite good. Some stories I liked, some stories I didn't like so much, but I'm glad I picked it up, because if you're going to read science fiction, it is one of those books that does need to be read. So overall it wasn't too bad. Now, as to the other books I read which weren't part of the project, I read Skullduggery Pleasant, the first book in the series by Derek Landy, and enjoyed that so much. I now have the first 11 books in the series, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck into those early next year. And I also read The End House by Michael Robertson Jr. I found that book excellent. It was really well written. I reviewed it on the channel, and if you haven't caught that, please do go into a fair bit of detail of what I liked about the book. I couldn't really fault it, and loving the fact that Michael Robertson Jr. himself is coming on the channel this month around the 16th to have a chat with me, so I'm really looking forward to that. I also read another one of Michael's books called Dark Beginnings, which is the very first prequel novella in the Lance Brody series. Now, if you like Odd Thomas, you're going to love Lance Brody, and I bought the Lance Brody series on digital. There are 7 books in all. Absolutely loved this book, and immediately, it wasn't long before I read the first book, the first novel in the series called Dark Game, and really enjoyed that. It's a really good series that I'm looking forward to getting stuck into early next year as well. I also read Blowback, which was by James Patterson and Brendan Dubois, which in the last video I did mention what that book was about and what I thought of it. I thought it was a really good ripping read that didn't take me too long to get through at all. What else did I read? I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. No, everything's there. Okay, and the final book that I read in November is my book of the month, and I'm happy to say that it is The Godfather by Mario Puzo. When I brought the book, I had a copy of I was in a store and I had a copy of June in one hand and The Godfather in the other, weighing up all the pros and cons because I only wanted to buy one book, and ended up going with The Godfather and absolutely loved this book. It was the perfect character study on how a character changes over the course of a novel. Michael Corleone is an enigmatic character. He starts off as a college boy who wants to distance himself from the family's criminal activities, but by the end of the book he becomes the new Don and rises up to that position of power, and the characterization was great. You know, it was so well written, you felt like you were there. And you know, as they say, there can be only one winner, and certainly Mario Puzo's The Godfather was a very clear winner. Really enjoyed that book, and I'm looking forward to reading the other books that he's written as well. He's written quite a few, and looking forward to getting stuck into those as well. But yeah, a really good month. Really happy with it. I'm exhausted after the month because it was pretty full on, and I'm really happy to be just taking it easy now in December with some fairly straightforward reads. And you know, I did finish Dark Game just yesterday, and I'm about to start Mine by Robert R. McCammon, and then after that it's smooth sailing until the end of the year with a fourth read of Stephen King's It, which looking forward to sinking my teeth into that book again, and I think it'll close out the year pretty well for me, because by the time I finish with Stephen King's it will be the 75th book I read for the year, and 75 books was my Goodreads target, so I'm happy that I'm going to achieve that goal. And if there's any days left over after I finish with it, I might just read a new release that I'm looking forward to, just to squeeze that in if I can. But there you go. That is my month of November all wrapped up. Let me know what your favourite book was for November. What did you read in November? What did you like? What didn't you like? Please offer any comments below, and I'm always up for a chat. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.